All right, Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Recha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect, the house of David. All right, starting with the 144, as well as the rest of the men, women, and children whom the Lord is going to have mercy on at the time of his second coming. Shalom, peace and salutations to you. To you belong the first dominion, all right, in which we will overcome this devil, this wicked system, that ultimately reign as, all right, kings and priests on the earth, with the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts, which is a plan, all right, that the devil himself, Satan, all right, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and that is a blessing that he intends to block, all right, and ultimately, today I'm going to talk about the mark of the beast. I'm also going to go into Revelation, the 13th chapter, 17 through 18, which is a scripture, which are scriptures that particular men are saying we never broke down, we never go into, which we have went into it, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we'll do it again. And as you brothers know, and you few sisters who watch, the current so-called controversy, which with us, at the end of the day, it's all business. I have nothing personal against these guys, but when you get proud and when you start scoffing and not in, like the scriptures say, you snatch your shoulder away, all right, from true correction, because clearly these guys don't know the breakdown, okay, and asking things like, why didn't Isaiah prophesy of the mark of the beast, or any other major prophet prophesy of this RFID technology if it was so important? Downplaying the importance of what we see going on our earth, because everything that we see happening on the planet earth is not by the will of man, but by the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The spoken word is being fulfilled, okay? The Lord spoke all of this into existence through his word, all right, which is a power within itself, all right, and that word became flesh. But Yahweh Shai ultimately comes in the volume of the book, okay, and everything you see playing out on the planet Earth today ultimately can be tied to biblical prophecy, all right, and the fastest growing technology, the way that this world is going into a cashless society, all right, transhumanism, all right, all of these things are at the forefront, of this devil's plans, okay, and transhumanism is dealing with Esau having control over the spirit, okay, putting his mark, putting his name, putting his energy, all right, on the Lord's creation. And ultimately, what we're going to get into as well is that main possession that he wants to taint, that main vessel that he wants to, defile, is that virgin. And we'll get into those things, Lord willing, today. And may you be edified. So we're going to go ahead and start here in Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, all right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, when you deal with this chapter, okay, like I always like to bring out, this is a chapter dealing with the Edomite power structure, starting with the Greeks, okay? This is a whole beast system. And at one point, it was down, all right, but the deadly wound was healed, okay? And that was during the Renaissance period, all right, all the way up to the NATO and the EU, okay, and ultimately Babylon the Great, all right, which came out of the British, which all of that goes into Daniel, the 7th chapter, and it's all around the Bible. But ultimately, this beast system that we see in place is controlled by who? The biblical Edomites, okay? And this chapter is basically dealing with their rise, all right, and their claim to fame and the wickedness that they would do and how they would overcome, the Israelites and, have dominion over all nations. Basically, a fulfillment of the blessing that was given to Esau. Okay, what did the Lord tell Esau? I mean, what did Isaac? Ultimately, it was the Lord, but what did Isaac bless Esau with? What was his blessing? All right, this is Genesis 27 and 37. All right, and it says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, because this is when Esau was begging for a blessing, because what was Jacob blessed with? All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are always wondering why this man has his foot in your ass and why you're always marching, why he's always shooting you, why he's in your neighborhoods poisoning you, paying heathen nations, all right, giving them loans up the ass that you can't get, which you've been here forever, to open up stores in your neighborhood to sell you poison, lying to your children, giving you a false education, giving you a diet, and putting things in the food that cause you to rebel against your Lord, all right, unknowingly, okay? Why do you think he's done all of this throughout all of these years, experimenting on you, putting, open up your women's stomachs without anesthesia, just totally at war with you from generation to generation, man? Why is this war been going on? Well, it's because you have the blessing, man. And what is your blessing? This is the blessing of Jacob, Genesis 27 and 28. Therefore, God give thee the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. This is the blessing of Jacob. This cannot be altered, vocab Malone. This is what his offspring will be blessed with. All right. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. So it's talking about Esau. All right. A part of Jacob's blessing was that what? Esau would bow to him. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay? And this is why there's so much friction in history, Christopher Columbus, all of this stuff between you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and this man. Okay? Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. This was Jacob's blessing. Okay? This is what he got. Now, when Esau was blessed, okay, when he was asking for the blessing, look what Isaac told him. Genesis 27 and 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given him, all right, for servants. So what did he say? Jacob is your Lord, Esau. There's nothing you can do about that. But within this system that you see ultimately that he is trying to break that blessing. He is trying to, all right, forge his own blessing on the planet Earth of immortality. And he's doing it by carnal means, all right, by science, by technology, okay? And that's what this mark of the beast ultimately is all about, man. And we're going to get into that, okay? Setting up Satan's kingdom on the planet Earth, okay? It says, in all his brethren have I given him for servants, and with corn and wine shall I have sustained him. I have sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, which is that spirit is on him unto this day, even with Cain. All right, you cry because you're called out for your madness, man. Here it is. Esau made a stupid mistake, but now he's crying and blaming Jacob. You see? And it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. Now, when you read up, that was also promised to Jacob. So at one point, all right, Esau would have control of the planet Earth, man. All right. And he is the man of sin. Okay. So his dominion would bring about, all right, excess sin and lasciviousness and rebellion against the Heavenly Father, man. Okay. And it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. All right. And it shall come to pass that when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that happened under King David and ultimately under the Renaissance period as well. Okay. But by the sword shall he live, man. and he's living by the sword, which is why in this chapter, okay, it says, "He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." This is a history of Esau's claim to fame, man. Okay, and we're living at the very end. And one thing to look out at the very end of this system, this whole beast system, going back to the Greeks and ultimately the Roman Empire. Okay, this is the last leg of that beast system. Okay, when you look at the very end of it, one of the key things that it said that would come out of this system was a particular mark that people would have to take, all right, in order to buy and sell, man. Now, buying and selling, as I always say, is the smallest part of what Esau intends to do with this mark. Okay, ultimately, what Esau is intending to do is to put his stamp, to put his name, all right, and to put his energy, all right, on the Lord's creation. Ultimately, you Israelites, which we're going to get into, because you are the virgin. You are the virgin crying out in the field, because this man ultimately is trying to take the Lord's woman. And we'll get into that. So let's read this. Revelation 13 and 16. "And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Okay? And the he ultimately is the rulers of this system, man. All right? Your Rothschilds, all right? And all of those different high level elite witches, man. All right? Who are Edomites. Okay? They don't even give a damn about their own people. Okay? So what he's going to do is cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. All right. Now remember, this is Satan's kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom. Okay? This is Esau ultimately living out his blessing. Okay? Which he is the fulfillment of sin in the flesh, man. He is sin personified. He is rebellion, all right, in its fullness, man. Okay? The mother of all harlots, all right, would be through Esau's kingdom. Okay? The 666 system, man. Okay? So he would cause all, both small and great, rich and bond, free, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which we understand when you go into this word mark, it's charagma, something inserted in you. All right, going back, all right, to our custom of when you read Deuteronomy 15 and 16, actually the Apostle Gabar just did a beautiful video on this. You could watch it to go deeper into it, but I'll just go into it briefly. Deuteronomy 15 and 16, and it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loved thee and thine house, because he is well with thee. All right, this is a slave saying he doesn't want to go away from his master, right? What was the custom if you wanted to do that? It said, then thou shalt take an all. All right, let's look at this word for all. Okay. Mar tazai. All right. Marat tazai. All right. All right. Or a boring instrument. Okay. That's what that is. A all. Okay. So what you would do with that all is that you would thrust it through, all right, his ear unto the door, that he shall be thy servant forever, and also unto thy maidservant thou shalt do likewise. So there will be an all put in your ear, all right, as a mark of servitude to a particular man for eternity, forever, for the rest of your life, basically, right? And what does that ultimately mean? That his name is on you. Your owner's name is on you, right? And when you deal with a marriage, okay, when a man inserts his penis inside of a woman, all right, she takes on his name. You see that? She takes on his name. She takes on his vibration, okay? Through a man ejaculating in a woman or having unprotected sex, his vibration is set upon that woman. Okay, and aren't we likened unto a woman in the Holy Scriptures? All right, not only are we likened unto a woman, the elect, because Israel as a whole is the woman, all right, but the elect are likened unto virgins. Okay? So what Esau intends to do, all right, is take the Lord's property and put his mark inside of it, put his name inside of it. So let's go back and read this again and do in Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right. It says, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, all right, or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark. And a lot of people are saying this is sin. Well, the whole world lieth in sin. All right. So, all right, let's say you say, well, the elect are sealed from the mark of the beast. They'll overcome it. But the whole world lieth in sin. So everybody is going to be destroyed? That doesn't make any sense, man. All right. The so-called white man, the beast system is not going to control you buying and selling through a philosophy that you believe in. People can simply lie and say, well, yeah, I believe in such and such. Yeah, I denounce my God. All right. And ultimately eat. Okay. But if you have a mark inside of you, you fully submitted, man. He's fully put his name on you. You're fully his. Okay. And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast. All right. Now, this is a comment by Adam Abbott, WFI Cold Cuts. And you have these guys who form these camps, and they get these views and, you know, the praises of men and women, you know, and they do all of these videos, and, you know, they're deep in those precepts, and they paint a beautiful picture. But when it gets down to the get down, the spiritual things of the scriptures, they don't have understanding of it, man. They don't have it, and they get proud with those who do. Okay, and ultimately it could lead to your destruction. But at the end of the day, we would that all of you came into the right doctrine, but we understand that that's not going to happen, man. So really, you know, this is not for no back and forth with this guy, you know, because ultimately I'm done. You know, this is to the hopeful elect. This is for those who have ears, because as it even says in this takes wisdom, man, to really put all of this together, you know. And link it to Esau and this system and the war that the Lord is going to have with Amalek from generation to generation. How's that war going to end? And the Lord delivering the elect, his woman, out of the hand of this rapist who was coming to defile the virgin, who was promised and espoused, all right, to the Most High. Okay? But what he put here is that I have never in all my life heard GMS break down the number of his name in the name of the beast in Revelation 13 and 17. Does it say you can't buy or sell unless you have the number of his name? All right, or the name of the beast? Is the number of his name the RFID chip? Is the name of the beast the RFID chip? Okay, and this right here shows me that he really doesn't understand, man. And really, technically, he's looking for the oil. He's looking for the answer. Now, maybe he'll be too proud to say it, you know, and these guys are going to make videos. They're all on brothers' comment boards. I'm not all about that, man. I'm just going to do the work. I'm just going to put the truth out there, and I'm going to move on, man. Okay? Because if you can't see that this mark is of importance, if you can't see that what Esau is trying to do on the planet Earth, all right, and what the scripture said he would do, then, hey, that's on you, man. Because it doesn't make sense to do all of these videos, fight tooth and nail to detach the RFID technology from Esau's philosophy if you're saying that that's the mark. Something's up with you guys, man. You fighting tooth and nail, all right, whether out of rebellion, whether you paid off, or whether you just stupid, okay, or whether you just sincerely don't know, ignorant, all right. You're fighting to you're fighting to take this mark and just make it of no importance. This RFID technology, this transhumanism system that he has going on. You'll get mad at GMOs, but what he plans on doing to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and humanity as a whole, which that's our inheritance, man. The heathen are our inheritance. Who the hell is he to put a chip even in the heathen, man? This man is mad and out of his mind. Okay, and we have broke this down, man. We've broke this down. Okay, the number of his name is the number of his name, the mark of the beast. All right, is the name of the beast the RFID chip? Okay, is the number of his name the RFID chip? And we've broke this down before, but let's go into it. All right, because when it comes to getting spiritual, these guys who know all of these precepts and hit backflips and, you know, be on top of the roof bringing out a precept and a tree bringing out a precept on top of a car. I mean, these guys, you know, you watch them, they be getting down. But when it comes to the deeper things of the scriptures, man, they choke, man. All right. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All of this, all right, is a culmination of the mark of the beast, man, of the RFID technology. Because if you take that technology, you're taking on the name of the beast. Okay, his name is put on you. Just like, all right, the Lord put his name on Israel. Didn't the Lord put his name on Israel? Did not the Lord put his name on Israel? Don't you put your name on your wife? Okay, and then the number of his name, which is 666, and we'll get that, is a vibration. He's putting his vibration inside of you. Sin will be inside of you forever. Isn't it a sin in Leviticus to not put markings in your skin and certain things in your skin? That's a sin. So if he can put that mark inside of you, you'll live in sin forever. And this is why the scriptures say, all right, in Revelation, the 12th chapter, in the 17th verse, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, the virgin, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. The dragon was wroth, angry with the woman, because that's who the blessing is going to be set on the planet Earth under. Yahweh Shai and that woman, that bride, okay, that virgin. Through that remnant, everything is going to be restored to righteousness. So of course he's going to come after that woman. And what does he plan on doing to that woman? Because what is this woman likened unto in the scriptures, man? Revelation 14:4. These are they which are not defiled with women, the elect, for they are virgins. What does that mean? 2 Corinthians 11:2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach. So if Esau is able to put that carnal mark in us, we won't be a virgin. We will be defiled. He will have put his mark, his name, his vibration on us. And this is what he intends to do to all humanity. The animals, everything is being altered and destroyed from its purpose, man. Okay, and you Israelites were created to serve the Lord, man, and to uplift his ways on the planet Earth, man. Okay? So the 144,000 are the governing body, all right, under Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. They are virgins. And what does it say about them? Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having the Father's name, all right, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. So the Lord put his name, all right, on all Israel, but he put his name inside of the minds of these 144,000, man. That's the virgin. They won't go astray. They won't be conquered. Okay? They've already overcome. So Esau within the story is going to try to taint and going to try to destroy the Lord's program, man. And that's ultimately what this mark of the beast is all about, man. It's sin personified. Okay? And what he plans on doing, let's read it again. And that no man might buy or sell, because that is the means where people take care of themselves, man. You buy and sell daily. All right? So if he can take away money, if he could take away credit cards, and it's already over there in India, it's already in Venezuela. There's other places where this technology is growing. In Sweden, you had 4,000 people this year, I believe, or more, take the mark of the beast. Jobs are now going towards this technology, and it's happening little by little. Okay? If you want to make it in this system, all right, and want things to be easier and less complicated, all right, this, all right, technology will be presented, and eventually it will be forced, man. And that's how we know the Lord is on his way back, because this technology is growing. And if Esau had his way, he would chip all of us, behead the majority of us, kill us, all right, and chip us, and ultimately we would be overcome. There would be no victory. But thanks be to the Lamb, man, who was slain from the foundation of the earth, and the word, all right, and being chosen from the foundation of the earth, man. Save he that had the mark, something imprinted in you, okay, charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark. See that? A thing carved. A thing carved, man. So you have to have that mark, all right, which ultimately is his name being put on you. Sin personified. He is the man of sin. Or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, which you guys don't have wisdom, man. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. Who's that man? Who's that man? Let's get 2 Thessalonians. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Wouldn't he rule at the end? All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed at the very end, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Start with the prophets, ending in the chariots and the nuclear destruction coming. And shall destroy with the brightness, all right, of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay? So this is the man of sin, okay, that is talking about here, man. All right? And when you look at the 666, like I put in my last video, man, that vibration is all around this world, man. Imperfection. 7 is perfection, completeness. 6 is imperfection, man. And the earth would be at the height of its imperfection through Esau, man. Okay? Through Esau, Edom. Let me get a precept real quick. All right, the fourth beast. Okay? Revelation chapter, second Esdras. And that's the breakdown. We're going to get more, though. All right? We're going to get more. Second Esdras chapter 11. Second Esdras chapter 11 and 39. It says, Are not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, which I have made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? Esau is the end of the world, the man of sin. And the fourth beast, all right, the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power of the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, which that would happen through this revived beast system, because the Roman Empire then controlled the whole compass of the earth, north, south, east, west. Esau in this time does, through he having the fatness of the earth, with much wicked oppression through the sword. And so long time he dwelt on the earth with deceit. Let's look up this word deceit. Oh, yeah, let's just look up deceit. The action of practicing of deceiving someone by concealing or misrepresenting the truth, man. All right. Doesn't it say in Psalms, the 144 and 11, his right hand is the right hand of falsehood. This is the man of deceit. Satan means adversary. This is the adversary of righteousness. And he is leading the world to rebellion against the creator, man. Like never before. No other nation has ever done what this man is doing. And he's ultimately taken it to another level to ultimately take control of all of the Lord's creation, including the bride, the virgin, who he put his name on. That's ultimately who this last fight is going to be over, man. Over the Lord's woman. And he's going to win. He's going to defend her. He's going to send the Savior to defend her, man. Because this is what we're doing. We're out on the highways and the byways crying out, man. Because we're espoused to another man. So we're crying out of what this man is coming to do, man. You got to be spiritual to understand the Bible, man. It says deception, deceitfulness, duplicity, double dealing, fraud, cheating, trickery. This is the anti-Messiah, man. Everything that the Lord is for, this is what they are all about, man. You can't see that? So here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right? Let's see this. All right? I want to look this up. Chi Psi Stigma 666, man. And that X is basically somebody putting a stamp on you and putting his signature on you, his stamp on you, his name on you, his vibration on you. Okay? Xi, all right, which when you look up Xi, it is synonymous with the Hebrew letter what? Sa, all right? You can look it up on your own, all right? So Sa is what? Hand on, staff support, prop. Okay, when you look up the word prop, it says a pole or a beam used to support or keep something in position. All right, typically one that is not an integral part of the supported thing. All right, and he's going to put that chip in you. Pole, post, support, upright, brace, strut. All right. Stanchion, upright bar, post, a barrier. Let's see, a strut, a rod or bar forming a part of a framework designed to resist comfort. A stiff, erect. All right. So you can see what the our forefather was talking about, man. All right, John the Revelator. You can clearly see what he's getting into, right? But it takes wisdom. And then it says stigma. Okay? Stigma. All right? When you go to the Greek, stigma, all right here is a mark made by a pointed instrument, a dot, a mark made, a prop, all right, a stamp, a signature on you, and a mark made by a pointed instrument. All right, a pointed instrument, going back to what we were reading about in Deuteronomy the 15th chapter, dealing with the all being in your ear, man. As what? A mark of perpetual servitude. All right, which this is what he plans on doing, and this is very, very important. Okay, this is very, very important. Now let's go to the word stigma. All right, in the blue letter, because Paul in the book of Galatians said that he had the marks of Hamashiach. All right, and he actually did. He actually took beatings, all right? And spiritually, that reproach that fell on the Messiah fell on him, all right? And it falls on us, okay? Stigma, it says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. All right, a mark pricked, all right? Impaled inside of you, man. A prop, okay? Pricked in or branded upon the body, okay? To ancient Oriental usages, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to, okay? Stigma. So when you look this up again, Chi Psi Stigma, you clearly see what John the Revelator was saying, man. Now, if you want to be an asshole and say that that's not what it's talking about, when we clearly reading it and going into it, you say we don't go into the name of the beast or the number of his name. We're going into it. And clearly it leads to this RFID technology, the RFID microchip, man, which is the modern day man, which is the modern day what we're reading here. Okay. Mark pricked or branded up on the body, man. All right. This right here. Okay. This RFID technology. Okay. It's clear as day unto those who have ears, man, and to those who see. Because you guys are overcomplicating it, man. You guys are overcomplicating it, man. And you never really go into these things, man. We always go into this stuff, man. Okay? So, stigma is a mark, all right, in or branded upon the body, all right, to ancient Oriental usages, slaves and soldiers, all right? And that was happening, at the time of John the Baptist. So, he was looking at it and he's like, damn, so he's gonna have a mark, and he's gonna do this in at the end times, man. And how is he doing it? Huh? Not through a philosophy. He's not gonna be able to control buying and selling and have your medical records and control you and track you through a spiritual philosophy. That just doesn't make sense. That has nothing to do with buying and selling. Oh, I believe in Satan. Cheese fries 50 cent. No. Get all you can eat. No, that's not what it's talking about, man. Okay? This man is trying to put his name. All right? It says into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. Okay? Pricked or branded, man. Clear as day. Pricked or branded, man. Incised or punched. A scar of service. A mark. So you're denying the scriptures, man. You're denying the scriptures, man. All right? You're the one with the problem with the holy scriptures, man. So let's read this again. Okay? Since my man say we don't break it down. All right. So when you read about the name of the beast, let's read this. Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark. All right, charagma, something put inside of you, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay. Now, when it goes into the name of the beast, is it saying Esau? No, man. This word name doesn't mean a literal name, man. Okay? It's dealing with his whole vibration, man. Anoma, all right? It says the name is used for everything which the name covers, okay? And ultimately, he is the man of sin, okay? Imperfection, wickedness, the flesh. This is his blessing. This is the everything will be restored to righteousness through the downfall of this man, all right? Wickedness would be personified, all right, at its essence, at its highest point in the planet Earth. The earth would be in its highest point of imperfection and offness through this man's rule, man, through the energy he's bringing. So everything which the name covers, everything, the thought or feeling, or which is aroused in the mind, okay? Now, what does it say about Babylon the Great? What was found in Babylon the Great, real quick? Okay. Revelation chapter 13 and 18 and 13. And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. Okay? This is what will be in Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Souls of men. Okay? So when you look at what Esau's doing, he is pretty much buying the world over to the mind, thought, and process of sin. Okay? Under his rulership. Rebellion, witchcraft, left hand energy, all philosophies, lies, destruction. That's pretty much the mind from everybody. He has your soul. Okay, when you look up this word soul, okay, so that's why we say the mark of the beast is deeper than just buying and selling, man. You guys need to get on the get up, man. Get on a good foot, man. All right.
Strong's G 5590. Psyche.
Psyche. Okay, breath of life. All right, and let me just go to the point. The seat of feelings, desires, affections, aversions, our heart, our soul. The seat of feelings and desires, man. Esau's energy is basically drawing everybody over to wickedness, man. He's basically owning souls, man, and that's ultimately what he wants to do through this technology, man. Transhumanism, okay? So the name ain't literally talking about you taking on the name. The name, yes, that's a part of the mark of the beast, because if you take this mark, you're taking on his name, man. You're taking on that energy. Okay? A good name. All right? The Esau's energy, man. Okay? His vibration. The name of the beast, man. What it's all about, or the number of his name, which is 666. And then when you go into that, it clearly lets you know that that's dealing with something imprinted inside of you, man. Okay? So the mark of the beast, the name of the beast, and the number of his name, you're taking on his name. You're taking on his vibration if this is put inside of you, man. Okay? And our people trust in this place, man. Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, all right, it will go into his hand and pierce it. All right? And pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to all that trust him. And who's the new Pharaoh? All right, according to the scriptures, Esau, man. He's the new Egypt, and he's gonna be desolate, man. Ultimately, he's gonna be destroyed, man. All right, let's get Joel. Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, Joel 3. All right, in 19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. And this is speaking of Babylon the Great. Okay? For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem for generation to generation. This hasn't happened yet. So Esau is the end of the world. Egypt, okay? This is the new, Esau is the new Pharaoh, man. And his plan and intent, all right, is to put a carnal mark inside of you. And what does that do? Ultimately, you're his property. And what does that mean for the virgin? All right, ultimately, he took the Lord's woman. Okay? He put his name, his vibration on her. You see that? And the Lord is going to stop that, man. Okay? Let's get, because ultimately the Lord put his name on us, man. Let's get that real quick. All right. 2nd Esdras 2:16, and those that be dead I will raise up again from their places, the dry bones, and bring them out of their graves, for I have known my name in Israel. So the Lord put his name on Israel. Okay, he put his energy on Israel. He put his mark upon Israel. All right. And that mark is a spiritual mark, which when you go to Ezekiel, all right, the 9th chapter, it tells you exactly what that is. Exempt from judgment, man. Okay, and if you don't know, you know, for the people who don't know, you know what? Let's just go to that real quick, man. Because we got to bring these points out, man. All right, no matter how much as a broken record we sound, all right, we're supposed to sound like broken records. Every time you read the Bible, does it say something different? It's a broken record. Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said, go through the midst of Jerusalem, through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay? And what does this word mark mean? Thawa. Thawa. All right? And that tha, all right, is the first word in tharawa. You know, covenant, agreement. All right? The Torah, all right, ultimately The law, statutes, and commandments is how the Most High, all right, was married unto Israel. That's ultimately how he put his name on us. He put his vibration, his name, his ways, which are the law, statutes, and commandments. Esau has his vibration, which is the vibration of 666, man. Okay? It's all over the world, man. Everything you look at and everything you see, if you put the phone down, okay, you will start to see this 666 everywhere. Six, the energy of six. In the Hebrew, all right, six is equivalent with the wa, okay? The wa, which when you look at the Monster energy drinks, all right, is wa wa wa. 666. Whoa, all right, is six. All right, whoa, whoa, whoa. The man of sin is on his way down. He's being revealed, man. So the Lord gave us his ways, and therefore he put his name on us, man. All right? He put his name on us. Where am I at? All right? So Thawa. Let's see what this. It says in the Hebrew it's Thawa. It says a mark as a sign from exemption, from judgment, a sign of exemption from judgment. All right? This is how we're virgins, because we were chosen from the foundation of the earth to be blameless, right? Let's look that up. This thing goes deep, man. Okay, here it goes. Ephesians 1 and 4. According as he have chosen in us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestined us to the adoption of children by Yahushua Hamashiach himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. All right, so we were chosen from the foundation of the earth, ultimately, all right, to be blameless, okay, to receive exemption from judgment, okay, from sin. You see that? So that's the spiritual mark that the Most High have placed upon his people, upon his men, all right, starting with the elect. You see? But ultimately, all Israel is going to receive that mercy. But it starts with the elect, man. Okay? It starts with the elect, the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children whom the Lord is going to have mercy on, man. They're going to receive that first dominion. So if Esau, and what this means is the end of Esau's reign. So this is ultimately why he's coming after, all right, those who have the testimony, man. Okay? Those who have the testimony. And when the Lord eventually blesses us with that and puts those laws, statutes, and commandments in us, all right, he will then put his name back on us, man. Ezekiel 39 and 7. So will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And how did we pollute his holy name? By going out. How would your woman pollute your name if she went out and sleeping with other men? She's polluting your name. So that's what happened with the nation of Israel, man. Okay? And it is all relevant with this mark and what this man plans on doing, man, because the whole world was given to Israel, man. So what he's doing to the whole world is a problem, man. His mark, putting it in animals and all, it's a problem. It's not his to do that to. But ultimately, we had to suffer this. Okay, but we polluted his name. Okay, he put his name on us. He put his vibration on us. And what is that? His laws, man. He was married unto us. That was the contract, okay? the agreement, the covenant. Tharawah, okay? And I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh, the Holy One in Israel, okay? So at the end of the day, all right, Isaiah 63 and 19, we are thine, thou never bearest rule over them, talking about the heathen. They will not call by thy name. He didn't make that agreement and covenant with them. Okay? He didn't make that agreement and covenant with them. He made that with Israel. So for Esau to even have it in his mind to put a mark in you, that's utterly crazy, man. And the Heavenly Father is extremely pissed off at that, man. All right? Because he chose us from the foundation of the earth to overcome your ass, man. All right. And you're trying to block that blessing, man. All right. Let's end it off here. Ezekiel 35:1, because I had a bunch of more scriptures, but I'll do another lesson linking it to, how Eve was beguiled in the garden, man. The serpent put his vibration on her, and look what it led to. All right. He put his name on her. And we were only supposed to follow one way. All right. It said, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right. And let's jump down. And what is Esau saying? Because thou hast said, these two nations, all right, the southern and northern kingdom, all right, and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, all right, whereas Yahweh was there. So we will possess Israel. That Esau is planning on possessing you Israelites as if he was the Most High Yahweh, man. Yerash is the Hebrew word for possess. And what does it say? Lo and behold, to seize, to dispossess, to take possession of, inherit, disinherit, occupy, impoverish, to be an heir. He is trying to seize another man's wife. And that's what he plans on doing with this mark, putting his name on the Lord's creation, ultimately you Israelites. Okay? And he's not going to be able to do it. All right? To a degree, he'll be able to do particular things. Certain people will take the technology, but ultimately his plan will be stopped, man. Okay? So we are reading here that he is planning to seize, all right, the Lord's woman, that virgin. And how is he, and ultimately, what does he plan on doing when he seizes her? Putting his name, putting his vibration, all right, putting his mark, impregnating her, and smashing the Lord's woman and putting the mark inside of her, man. Seizing her from the Lord, man. This is why we're crying unto the Lord, man. All right? What does it say in Isaiah 19, man? What does it say in Isaiah 19? And we'll end it off there. I'll just do the other lesson another day. Isaiah chapter 19, all right? Because the first Adam, he wasn't there. Eve, stepped off on him. But this time the Lord is going to deliver us, man. The second Adam is going to deliver us, man. All right? And that'll be the theme of the next lesson, man. Isaiah 19, all right? In 19, in that day there shall be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors. We're crying unto the Lord because he's trying to come take us, man. He's trying to take us, man. And the Lord, all right, according to the scripture, he's going to defend his woman, man. That goes into the book of Susanna. And he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them, the bride. Okay? So when you go into this mark of the beast, man, all right, it's a lot of layers, and spiritually it means a lot. But on the planet Earth, this carnal man is coming with a mark, man. And if you don't want to believe it, you don't have to believe it. We're going to move on, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Shalom.